and only Onyango. Now, the whole of last week, and partly this week, we've been trending, with the new content that took part of last week, and that is youth and talent, when we decided to put aside, relationships. And of course, today, we want to look at the most critical topic under relationships. Now, what was I saying? Wow. I want us to have a look at the relationship between a house girl, call them the domestic subordinate staff, the house girl that you have in your house. And for this case, I want us to specifically narrow down to the relationship between your wife, if you are married, your wife, and that house girl in your house. Or that house girl with the lady boss in that house, whether she be rich, whether she's married or not. Many times issues have risen here and there. It's all about my house girl does this and I don't like it. My house girl did this and I don't like it. My house girl did that and I wasn't pleased. You know what, Mama so-and-so, I caught my maid red-handed, pants down with my husband on my matrimonial bed. Now today we want to look at the factors that, lead into your husband cheating with your subordinate staff, your domestic subordinate staff. Reasons why your house girl cheats with your husband. We want to get to know the factors that push your husband into, stooping that low, stripping off his clothes, and having good time, not just having good time, but having sex and making love to your one and only house girl, the lady you expect to be bossied around, to be bullied around, to be taken from this direction to the other direction. Oh my God. So keep it locked here. Of course, remember to subscribe, like, share, comment. Let's get your thought. Yes. Still reminding you, this is Onyango me. Many a times, we've had issues rising from one point to the other. Lady bosses complaining about their housemates taking over their houses. Complaining about their house girls taking over their husbands. Their house girls taking over their matrimonial rooms. Their house girls reigning and ruling over their houses. Having a say on that special matrimonial bed. And what I want us, to agree on, I want us to come into an agreement. Let's just join up our heads and come down to a levelized ground for the both of us, for the both of you and the other women, for the both of you and that house girl. What really brings about all this? This is my word, and I want you to take it right from the desk over in Onyango. before we castigate these house helps, before we point a finger on the house helps, before we plot down allegations against the house helps, before we curse them, before we shame them in public, before we call them names, before we scold them, I want us to get deep into reasons as to why your husband, your lovely wedded husband, be it traditionally or the white wedding, and with that ring on his finger, why does he at last stoop low, putting aside his corporate face, putting aside his social status, just to strip off naked and make love to your house girl? Before you play a blame game, or before you blame on the hawk, the hawk here is now your house girl. I don't defy that fact. But before you point a finger, you blame on that hawk. I want you also to sit down and blame on the hen or chicken, which is definitely you. What is my point here? You are this woman. You have been married. Of course, you took vows. And you promised, to be that helper to your man. And it's very, very, very critical at this point that, in marriage, in marriage, you'll find that the first 1 or 2 months, women are very loyal in their marriages, They are damn loyal. And of course, they'll be addressing their husbands like, he comes in calling like, oh, baby, oh, yes, your lordship, yes, your honor, yes, my love, yes, my king. Oh my God, you wake up in the morning, do everything for this man. You do everything for this man. But what happened? What happens in the course of the journey? After giving birth to the first kid, you give birth to your second kid. Now, you think of bringing in a house girl, which of course I don't have any problem with. Because come to think of this, you as a woman, you are working, you have to leave the house like every single day, And your man too leaves the house like every single day. And of course, you're gonna look for bread to bring, put on top of the table. You're not gonna eat love. And I admit to that 100%. It's not wrong to have a support staff in your house. But what really happens in the course of the journey? Once you bring in the house girl, you totally forget your duties, your roles as a woman, as a wife, as a mother, as a counselor, as a helper. You neglect all your duties. The moment you bring in a house girl, You forget that you are the woman of this house. You forget your roles. You forget your duties. You delegate them 100% to your house help. And so what do you expect? Are you saying that you are having yourself jump from the pan, from the hot pan into the fire itself? You're turning your own government upside down. You are inviting trouble. At the end of the day, it's your maid who knows how your husband puts on in the morning as he leaves for work. It is your house girl who knows how, what, and when your husband will eat. What your husband is to eat, when your husband is to eat, and how your husband is to eat. It is your house girl who ensures that all the clothes that your husband puts on are washed, ironed, hanged. Okay, those are using hangers. Girl, woman, are you not feeling that you are overturning your own power? Your husband gets home very late. The person who gets to the door to welcome your husband is your house help. You have delegated her the duties of a wife. The roles you should be undertaking. Is now the wife of the house. And then you complain. Come to think of this. Get the scenario. Your husband is from work. He opens the door. Okay, leave alone opening the door. He is from work. Yes, he's packed, or he's gotten to the door, knocks the door, and then the first person who gets at the door to welcome him is your house girl. Oh, wow. How beautiful. So she be the first to ask, how was your day? What do you think? Don't you think your husband is human? And chemistry knows no boundary. Wow. Now there your husband comes in. He is from work. Your husband comes in from work. You're a wife, you are seated, you only have the remote, the remote. You are watching the soap operas and blah, 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 and then down. The knock on the door. And who gets there first to welcome? The man of the house, your house girl. Atieno, Njoki, Mora, Akof, Susan, Perpetua, blah, blah, blah. Haujasikia kama baba nani amekuja ananoka hapo kwa mlango? Wow. So she rushes to the door, opens the door, welcomes your husband. She is the first to note if something is wrong with him and even says sorry before you. Oh my God. Don't you think your husband's heart gets warmed up at that very moment? As a wife, when your husband gets back home, if you are home and knocks at the door, please, it doesn't cost a penny. Get out of the seat. Get out of that couch. Just get to the door. Welcome your husband. Give him a hug. Ask him how his day was. Tell him you're sorry. He had a hectic day. Take him to the sitting room. Lead him all the way to the sitting room or the bedroom or whatever arrangement you have. Make him comfortable. Wait a minute. Now the house girl has welcomed your husband. The next thing will be, Achibela, Atieno, angalia hapo kama kuna chakula. Okay, get to the kitchen and find something for Baba Jaden, Baba Liam, or whoever to eat. Yours is on the remote, like, you know. And you could find that painfully enough, you are a housewife, like you don't go out to look for money. Your husband wakes up in the morning to go look for money, bring for you, puts it on the table, yours is to consume. And then still, your husband gets back home and you can't get out of that couch. Welcome your husband. You know, just find something warm for him, something warm or hot for him to consume. As you tell him, baby, you know, you had a hectic day, I'm so sorry, and yours is only to turn on the couch, you know. Yours is to turn on the couch with the remote, like, you know all the channels, you know all the channels that you have in your TV. Oh my God. Then you get to your neighbor. My house girl this, my house girl that. I'm suspecting my house girl is kind of seeing my husband or something. My friend, your suspicion is just done right. Because what? You have simply delegated all your duties, all your roles to your house girl. When it's laundry time, all the clothes are taken for washing. It's not bad. But why would you allow your house girl wash your husband's boxer? Why? So once they are taken out of the air of the clothesline, it is your girlfriend who knows where your husband's boxers are, where your husband's socks are, where your husband's, you know, vests are. My friend, are you not seeing that you are marrying for your husband, and sooner or later you will be kicked out of that house and a new wife will take over to rule and reign? A new leader is rising bit by bit. So women, there are small things, you know, there are small things that you just have to accept to do as a wife. Once you accepted, you gave your consent, you know, to get married to that man, you accepted to shoulder all the duties and roles as a wife, as a mother, as a confidant. You know, it reaches a point where husbands feel like no, there's some stuff I can't really discuss with my wife, because, you know, your house help is that much available to him. Your house help is 100% available for your man. And you know why? You are too lazy to even make your bedroom. You know, the bed, the matrimonial bed that you sleep on or you sleep in with that handsome man you call your husband. You wake up like some dog. You know, we had some dog. We had a dog called Tusker. So my mom would tell you, you jumping out of bed like Tusker. You know, dogs don't know that they should make clean where they sleep. So here you are. You jump out of bed like you know, like some dog. You jump out of bed like some dog, like some cat. You don't care whether it should be spread, whether it should be made clean. Now you go to the sitting room, the first thing, no, not even the sitting room. You go direct to the kitchen. Like, but you know, you'll ensure my bed is, my bed is well spread, is neatly spread. My friend. So let me ask you, you have made it a routine for your house help to be, making neat your matrimonial bed. And then boom, your husband, could be your husband has never known that it's your house girl doing that. Every time he praises you right from the inside, like, you know what? I have a very, very, very dedicated wife, and of course she ensures that I sleep somewhere that is very much comfortable, neat environment, neatly spread bed, and then one day, boom, he bumps onto your house girl, doing the spreading of your bed. Are you not in any way inviting trouble for yourself? Your children are from school. Okay, your house girl goes picks them. If they are dropped by the school bus or if they're being picked right from school. Now she goes for them wherever. Coming back, it is her who knows that actually your kids got homework to be attended to. After doing all the stuff, all the chores in the house, she again comes, sit down with your kids and take them through their homework. You have forgotten that you are the mother to these kids. We're still on relationship, how house helps relate with their madam bosses. Why house helps end up snatching away their madam bosses' husbands. And then you point a finger on them, you curse them like, yes, and it's you who invited for all this trouble. It's never bad, it's never wrong, it's never crime to have house helps in your house. But kindly try and have some boundaries. Have some boundaries, have some limits with these house girls. And I'm not saying that that you go harsh on them. I will get on that. In as much as I am busy, I should be the one to serve him, not my house girl. I should be the one to wash his clothes. Let the house girl wash your kids' clothes, not your husband's. Unless you want chemistry to just start growing, then you be here like, oh my God, you know what, my house girl, I'm sending away, I'm chasing away. You will chase 100+ house girls, but they will still be sleeping with your man, the wife material in the house. As you blindly ignore your duties and your roles as a husband, as a wife, as a mother. Oh my God. Are you feeling it? A house girl wakes up in the morning, you're still asleep, ensures that your husband's shoes are well polished. My friend. my friend, stop being blind. See these things. House girls are the best. By the way, house girls will treat you the same way you treat them. them the direction to get your husband, they will follow that path. With no iota of doubts. They will go. And you'll think the scavengers, oh my God, now you are. I want you to be that wife. Be that, be that woman that man met the very first time. I want you to be that mother who knows that my children are back home. They are from school. Do they have assignments, to be done? Assist them. These are your kids. They're not your mate's kids. Let your house girl do any other call. But avoid the much you can to allow your house girl attend to your husband. You will be safe. If you forget all these, Atino A, Atino B, Atino kitchen, Atino bedroom, Atino what? My God, the moment your house girl will start spreading that bed in your matrimonial room, you are finished. 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 I mean, you're finished. And I just don't want you to get finished. That is why I want us to talk. Let's just talk. And stop the mentality of seeing your house girl as some scavenger. Just desist from the mentality of viewing your house girl as that beast, that husband snatcher. I'm still reminding you that your house girl will only do what you allow her to do. Well done is better than well said. Wow. I have said it. And now it's upon you to put it into practice. Because I believe you really need this marriage. You really need this relationship. It doesn't cost you a thing to just walk into that kitchen and make some delicacy for your husband. Just make it a tendency until your husband believes that, I only take my wife's prepared meal. What does it even cost you to just wake up and welcome him? Just meet him at the door. Imagine when you're meeting him at the door, that is when, the love hug comes in. Oh my God. Because he'll tell you, babe, I had a rough day, but wow, your hug calmed everything down. And then the next day you be on your husband like with hot water, with a gun on his head, with some acid. You stab your house girl. Yet you failed as a woman, you failed as a wife, you failed as a mother, you failed as an advisor, you failed as a counselor, you failed totally. You decided to fail. And you failed the moment you delegated all your duties to your house girl. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for having stayed with me. Of course, next time we're gonna look at the relationship between why house girls end up mistreating. Why house girls ends up mistreating their bosses' children when they leave for work. We will get to know what really transpires, what pushes them to this. All in all, don't push your husband to the wall. Take up your duties as a wife. Take up your duties as a mother. Pick up your duties and play your roles as that beautiful woman in the house. I hope this helped you. And until we meet next time, I was yours, one and only, Mbori Hope, a call. Of course, Onyango.